The exchange is pulling out of the Netherlands. It announced this morning that it would be winding down operations in the region after failing to register with the country's regulator. Binance stopped registering new users immediately and will only allow withdrawals starting July 17th. Paris prosecutors have been investigating Binance for the unauthorized practice of acting as a virtual asset service provider, as well as money laundering. The asset management giant filed a proposal with the SEC to launch the iShares Bitcoin Trust, and if approved, BlackRock says it would allow investors to make an investment in Bitcoin without buying, holding, or trading Bitcoin directly.
Crypto is dead. Long live crypto. What is going on, guys? Lottery Socks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, the question here is crypto dead? Should you invest in crypto, and what cryptos? Before we get into this video, all I ask you guys to do, if you find value out of the video or enjoy watching, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. So first things first, that is correct. As you saw at the beginning of this video, BlackRock to announce their own spot Bitcoin ETF. They put in an application for it. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing for crypto? And I'm here to tell you it's more than likely a bad thing. BlackRock may have found a way to get SEC approval for spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, as many of you know, SEC has not been going in favor of crypto. The government has not been going in favor of crypto. And this could be for several different reasons, but the main reason probably is because of central bank digital currencies and how the US dollar has been performing overall. The US dollar may not hold up, especially against BRICS community and a bunch of other countries going against it, trying to overpower the US dollar. With central bank digital currencies currently in phase 1, cryptocurrency is probably not good, at least for the government, as it stands some competition. Now, the asset manager giant included a surveillance sharing agreement in its proposal, which could eliminate the risk of market manipulation related to Bitcoin. BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust application to the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission this week might stand a better chance than previous attempts by other fund managers, thanks to the promise of surveillance sharing agreement between exchanges. On page 36 of the NASDAQ, where the proposed ETF will be listed, 19B-4 filing, it stated that to mitigate against market manipulation, NASDAQ will be brought in to enter a surveillance sharing agreement with an operator of spot trading platform for Bitcoin. Now, this could be a couple of different companies. It's not really out there just yet, but you can take a look at Mara, you can take a look at Riot. But I want to point you over to the legitimate application, the legitimate filing in SEC, and some things that are underlined. The sponsor will, if permitted by the terms of the trust agreement, use its discretion to determine which network should be considered the appropriate network for the trust purposes, and in doing so may adversely affect the value of the shares. There is no guarantee that the sponsor will choose the digital asset that is ultimately the most valuable fork, and the sponsor's decision may adversely affect the value of shares as a result. This is bad for Bitcoin, in my opinion. I can't support a single asset manager doing this. This is essentially what Coinbase's vision was ultimately, i.e. having custody over everyone's coins so they could have the largest vote. That's a pretty big admission that Bitcoin is so sufficiently decentralized that they may not be able to predict or control which fork of network will be most valuable. So they're going to just keep the coins from the other fork they don't choose for their clients? Nice racket. In other words, BlackRock has been in a bunch of sketchy deals in the past, correlating over to FTX, Ukraine, a bunch of other things. And ultimately, this is going to give them power, essentially, on the Bitcoin network in this ETF. And depending on which way you look at it, it is more than likely going to be a bad thing. This is smart on BlackRock's part, though bad for crypto. In my opinion, people will want a better custody option than coin, but if BlackRock accumulates too much in the way of Bitcoin this way, it undoes the idea of crypto. Now, you can't be regulated if you tell the SEC and CFTC that you can't be regulated. In other words, basically what we just read, the sponsor is not registered with the SEC as an investment advisor and is not subject to regulation by the SEC. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. In my opinion, it's probably not a good thing for Bitcoin, especially with who BlackRock has ties to. On top of that, investment firm Republic buys a stake in crypto broker dealer INX at a $50 million valuation. But that's not all. Republic will acquire around 9.5% stake in INX following the initial investment with a commitment to acquire 100% of equity at a valuation of $120 million as early as Q3 this year. Now, finally, to the big question, is crypto dead? Is crypto living? Already reeling from the Razzle-Con scandal, punch drunk from the collapse of Terra USD, and floored by the implosion of FTX, cryptocurrencies were finally dealt a knockout blow last week by the US SEC. The watchdog brought separate charges against two leading crypto companies, Binance and Coinbase Global, accusing them of operating unlicensed US exchanges for unregistered financial securities and illegally commingling brokerage and clearing. Now, we talked about this in the beginning of the video, how the SEC has not been on the same page as crypto, and this is exactly what's been happening. In fact, the SEC reached a deal with Coinbase late Friday following this up that would allow the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange to keep operating in the US and safeguard customers' assets as the company battles a governing lawsuit. Binance, following that up, prepared to suspend US dollar deposits and withdrawals from the exchange, however, didn't completely agree with the SEC on this. Now, the equities market correlates over to the crypto market, no doubt about it, because these big institutions move crypto. And I want to point out a couple of things, what I'm doing with crypto. Am I loading up? Am I selling off my crypto? Which cryptos? In my opinion, going forward. But before I do that, I want to let you know that you guys can get a free C3 AI stock plus up to 5 free stocks by just using my link, downloading Moomoo, and making a deposit of $100. You put in 100, they're going to send you 100, so then you can withdraw 200 plus 5 free stocks on top of that, including a free C3 AI stock. So there's absolutely no reason to do so. Plus, if you deposit even more than that, you get a ton more benefits from there. Make sure to do that. The link is right under the video, in the description, and in the comments down below. Also, guys, pop in the Discord. I am happy to announce that the bot issue of bots joining Discord and spamming everyone with the @everyone tag is completely dealt with, hopefully for the time being, as I up the security in Discord. So when you do join, it's just going to ask you to verify, yada, yada, yada. But the Discord is going crazy. Discord is awesome. Make sure to pop in the Discord. We have options trading alerts in there. We talk stocks all day long, and I'm in the Discord on the daily. So it's basically a huge group chat. I'm in there. I post my trades. We talk stocks all day long. Let's get back to the video. Those links are pinned in the top of comments, so you guys can find them right there. Now, amidst everything happening with crypto, crypto's dead, the SEC going after crypto, Bitcoin is only down 7.65% since the beginning of June, June 1st. Ethereum down 10.51% since the beginning of June, June 1st. Both cryptos holding up extremely strong, but is this because the market is holding up? Market found a bottom, Bitcoin then found a bottom. Market making higher highs, higher lows, Bitcoin making higher highs and higher lows, and it's showing you that either A, the stock market is going to have a red week and come down and base, and then Bitcoin will lead the pack, or B, Bitcoin is going to scale up and follow the market until that retracement happens, and then correlating it over to crypto. The SPY moves, Bitcoin moves. Bitcoin moves, the SPY moves, vice versa. Same way we track AMC to Ethereum Classic, so on and so forth. Now, I want to say right now that I think the only ones who are going to survive are the big dogs. This, in my opinion, are the best investments. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. In my opinion, I think putting some side cash that you're not worried about into Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to hold up and do very, very well over the long term. This shouldn't be something where you risk your entire portfolio, dump it in there, and watch it every single day. That's not the case with crypto. The case here is that you put a little bit of money on the side because this could be the next big thing. However, what I want you to know is if the government could actually legitimately do something, which they can't because it's decentralized, yada, 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 and the SEC is already doing as much as they can, then they would have done it by now. In other words, Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto is here to stay. The SEC, the government in general, is going to tell you it's worthless. They're going to tell you it's useless, just like Gary Gensler did, but they just want you to think that so you don't jump in, so your value doesn't go up, and so that central bank digital currencies, when they get issued, are worth more, at least in the public's eyes. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet, but overall, going into next week, this is my outlook. I think Ethereum, Bitcoin, looking extremely well, and there's honestly no point to wait to buy in, as dollar cost averaging is probably the safest thing to do with Bitcoin and Ethereum Classic. Plus, if the SPY continues a bull market and the US dollar does come down, crypto is going to be the main hedge. BlackRock's ETF that is coming out, you let me know in the comments if you think it is a good thing or a bad thing for crypto. Let me know what cryptos you're investing in, if you are investing in crypto, or you think it's worthless, just like Gary Gensler. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like on your way out, share the video, check the links in the comments. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.